Dad probably started experiencing hearing problems 30 years ago.
It was gradual. It was a direct result of banging on sheet metal. That was it, just banging on sheet metal. That's a very loud noise without ear protection.
There are moments in our family conversation, as with any family, where there are the nuances, the facial expressions, the things that you say at different levels or volumes that he began missing. So he was missing the jokes. He was also missing the really important conversations that were taking place. And as a result, the natural side effect of that was that we desired it less. And when you don't communicate as often, it's easy not to communicate.
It was difficult not to talk to Becky on the phone. You know, when Mom could hear everything she was saying.
What the two of us have always had is just the gift of gab. We've always just talked and talked and talked. And we stopped doing that. So that was hard. So hearing aid discussions began 2 years ago. We had an audiology assessment and found out he had really measurable hearing loss. And that the good news is it could be corrected with the use of hearing aids. It was a 2 years in the making, but finally found this company, and Dr. Griffin and Dawn and the whole gang found this company and never really looked back, to be honest.
What was the first sound you remember hearing that you didn't notice before?
Becky behind me, my daughter. That was the first sound that I heard loud and clear for the first time. She's behind me and I could hear her talk to Dr. Griffin. And I turned around and I said, oh. You know, it just took me back. That was the first sound that I actually heard that made the most, made the most to me, meant the most to me. That's the first sound I heard.
I've watched videos of people who hear for the first time and their family members in the room with them and they all start crying. And I thought, wow, why are they crying? Until you go through something like that yourself, and it's just taking that barrier away, and it makes you feel really emotional. And so it was an emotional moment. Mm-hmm. And for everybody it was, not just me.